Well, it's -6 degrees here today, and we've been told not to go into work, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to modify Grandma's mobility scooter before she gets it in a week's time. So I'm going to grab it out of there and take it into the house because it's going to freeze. We got this Pride Colt with knackered batteries, so ideally it just wanted a mirror and some batteries and it'd be ready to go. But while I had it here, I thought I'd give it a service, and I thought, hey, why not change the body panel colour just to make it look a bit more, well, a bit unusual, a bit more trendy. So I'm going to see if I can either get it sprayed or vinyl wrapped, and that will be the mission for today. I don't need to have it ready for a couple of weeks, so I've got some time to play with it. The front upright panel was easy to remove. It's just 4 Allen screws to take the basket brackets off, and then on the rear you've got 6 of these Phillips. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 ups, 5, 6. So that's a nice easy removal. Again, 2 Phillips screws from the rear to remove the front headlight panel, and there is a small clip here which just needs to be disconnected and separated. Now the rear part is a bit more intricate. What I found is the black and the blue are held together, but there are 2 Phillips screws from underneath, so basically you've got to get your screwdriver in to undo this and this again from underneath, and then the rear part, there are 2 screws and they go through this metal chassis, and there's a small nut on the back side which I'm going to have to get a small socket set onto while I unscrew it. Right, so looking down on it, it's actually an 8mm socket. So you whack that on there, and then with a screwdriver from the other side you can release it like so. Yeah, so to remove this panel there's 4 screws, and this panel there's 2 screws. You've got your 1, 2, 3, 4 for the top panel, and you've got 1 and 2 for the rear black panel. Before I start on the main tub, I'm going to disconnect all these backlights. There's 2 multi-plugs going to each side, so I'm just going to disconnect those. After disconnecting the rear lights, I've had a look at the front end. I decided to take the nose cone off, which has got 4 Phillips screws, and that nose cone is connected to this panel. I couldn't work out, but then I found that this is a rubberized panel, so literally if you gently prise the first one out with the flathead screwdriver, the rest literally just pop out if you give them a tug. But be careful not to snap these off. So now that rubber foot plate's been removed, you can gain access to the 2 Phillips screws that hold the front of the tub onto the chassis, and then hopefully when I've undone that, this will pull out. We'll give it a go. Yeah, literally those screws go through, so the front tub is now removed, or the front nose cone, and again 2 more screws to remove the black part. Okay, well now it just seems like it's a matter of removing 1, 2, and where's the next one? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 screws. If I find any more, I'll film it. Yeah, it was just a matter of those screws, except these front ones had a 7mm nut underneath, so easily accessible with a deep 7mm socket, and off you go. Once those are out, you just got to watch the rubber seal on that reset switch. Try and push it forwards a bit, squeeze over, and then the tub will pull away. So we're down to removing the rear lights, and it looks like it's just 2 Phillips screws per unit, plus you've also got a clip, so once you've took the screws out you need to just be careful this doesn't snap off. Now I've been warming this rear panel purely to soften these stickers, because they're buggers to get off otherwise, but if you heat them up the glue softens and they come off a treat. So once I've got those stickers off, we're done. I've got the rear panel, the front panels there, and the main tub, and that's all I want colour changing. So we'll battle it out, see if we can get up the lane and see if anywhere's open where we can drop off, pick them up later. Well, Jesus, we're just fighting our way up the blooming lane, and it's like drifting because it can't get up. She's making it. Oh, we're there, we've done it, we've got up the worst part. Oh well. Yeah, so we're on our way to get a quote. Right, I've managed to get this place, B&S Motors, to do the paintwork for me. So we'll be picking it up in 3 days' time. Get to the first place, and they can't vinyl wrap it because they say it will melt the plastic. So I'm going to go to a paint shop next and see if they've got any joy. Well, there's only one thing for right now. Let's go for a pint. Alright, Robbo.
Well, no, missus, left her at home.
No, she's coming.
Oh, what's this? Oh, you doing film?
A little bit. Well, it's about a week later, and the body panels will be picked up tomorrow morning. So I've started the de-stickering process, which was taking these Colt stickers off the sides, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some 53s on. I'm just hoping that this is a white background. It is, so that's cool. So we've got 53s to go on the side of the battery box. And the rear panel, I've taken the Pride off, and I'm going to have a 53 logo on the back. Now, on the sides of the body were these reflectors and bumpers to stop the scooter getting trashed. Well, when I took it off, it was held on with double-sided foam tape. eBay, I think it was like £2. Perfect, exact the same size. Now, I've also got some nice and shiny Volkswagen logos to go on the front and rear, and I've got 4 small ones to go on the wheel centre caps, and I'm actually doing the wheels now. So what I'm going to do is just take the wheels off, give them a clean. These centre caps just pop out, and then there's a 13mm nut, and the wheel just pulls off. Literally, I just wanted it to be really nice and shiny and clean, so maybe a bit anal, but we've got our fairy washing up liquid and toothbrush. I'm literally just gonna give it a good old scrub and then put the decals on the centre caps. Nice and shiny. So applying the stickers to the centre caps, always give them a good clean so that the stickers are going to bond well. You can use soapy water, but what I find is if I just drop this on gently, I can move it with my nail because it's actually a rigid sticker. It's one of these gel type stickers, so I'm looking at it from above to get it central, then push down, and then if you've got a piece of soft cloth or something, you can just push down and literally polish to get all the air out, and there you should have a nice centre cap. The rear wheel's got a self-locking 19mm nut on it, and the wheel just pulls straight off. There's a Woodruff key which you need to be aware of. They don't usually come adrift. Well, the snow's gone and it's Mother's Day, Sunday, and I've just picked the panels up from the body shop in pearlescent white. Right, it's just going to be a reverse procedure now, fitting the black panel to that panel and then fitting that to the motor, and it's all coming together. Looks well smart. Well, that's the main tub on, and we'll get the nose cone on next. Oh, I forgot I had to put the lights on as well, so now I've screwed the lights back on and reconnected them, I'm going to do the front nose cone. Right, the nose cone's on, so the next move is put the rubber floor mat on, and I'm going to put a VW decal on the front of the cone there. And it's all coming together. Headlight panel reassembled and installed in now. Right, the main steering panel's on. Just going to put the basket mountings on and some decals, and then we'll get onto the batteries. Front decals are on, batteries are installed. Next, the battery box. Right, got your mirror on, got the decals, and we're just going to get the seat now, give that a clean up. And now I've got those bump strips and reflectors to put on the side skirts at the bottom, and I think we're done then. Right, got the rear decals on, it's all together. I've put another little Volkswagen badge in there. We've got the side strips on with the reflectors. The Volkswagen badge is on the wheels. Badge on the front. .53, and then I'll put a secret one under the basket. Got another Volkswagen, and then to finish it off, got a Herbie keyring.
getting cold now. But this is great fun.